I tested all of the best action cameras of 2026, and in this video, I'm going to rank them in a tier list based on their value for money, overall performance, and more. Links to all of the products will be in the description below. Insta360 ONE RS 4K. This modular beast is honestly so cool because you can literally swap the lens out depending on what you're filming, which makes it incredibly versatile for anyone who wants one camera to do it all. While the 4K video is super sharp and the stabilization is basically gimbal level, the display can be a bit laggy, and getting to that SD card is a total pain. It's the perfect choice for creative types who love to experiment with different setups, and because of that flexibility, I'm putting it in the good tier. Akaso E7000 Pro. This one is clearly built for people on a strict budget who just want a basic camera for casual trips without spending a fortune. You get decent 4K footage in a waterproof case, but the electronic stabilization is pretty weak compared to more expensive models, and it's missing the front screen that vlogging requires. It's a solid entry-level tool that gets the job done for your average vacation, so I'm ranking it in the average tier.
I actually really like that this model adds a front-facing screen, which is a total lifesaver for framing yourself while vlogging or taking selfies. The 6-axis stabilization works significantly better than the cheaper models, though it still struggles to keep up with the big names in very high-intensity action. It's a fantastic middle ground for hobbyists who want those extra features without the premium price tag, and I've decided to place it in the good tier.
DJI Osmo Action 4. This camera is an absolute powerhouse in low light thanks to that massive sensor, and the magnetic mounting system is genuinely the fastest and most convenient thing I've ever used. The 10-bit color and 4K at 120 FPS looks stunningly cinematic, although the minimum focus distance means you can't get too close to your subject. It's a professional-grade tool for serious athletes and creators who need reliability in any condition, so I'm easily putting this in the great tier.
Akaso V50X. I'm impressed by how much value is packed in here, especially with the native 4K 30 FPS and a very responsive touchscreen that makes navigating menus feel smooth. It comes with a ton of accessories and extra batteries right in the box, which is awesome, but the 1350 mAh battery life is just okay and won't last you all day. It's the ultimate bang-for-your-buck camera for anyone who needs solid quality without the bells and whistles, and I'm placing it in the good tier.
Insta360 Ace Pro 2. This thing is a beast if you're into vlogging or low-light adventures, especially with that massive 1.1.3-inch sensor in the flip-up screen that makes framing yourself so much easier. I love that they bumped the 8K to 30 FPS and added a dedicated AI chip for better noise reduction, though it can get a bit chunky and heavy compared to its rivals. It's perfect for creators who want the highest resolution possible and great audio straight out of the box, so I'm putting this straight into God tier.
Akaso Brave 8 Lite. If you're on a strict budget, this comes with a ridiculous amount of accessories in the box, which is honestly a breath of fresh air compared to the big brands. While the 4K video looks decent in broad daylight, the stabilization and internal audio really struggle to keep up when the action gets intense. It's a solid entry point for casual users who don't want to break the bank, and for that reason, I'm giving it a spot in the good tier.
DJI Osmo Nano. This little guy is surprisingly powerful for its size, packing a 1.1.3-inch sensor that delivers 13.5 stops of dynamic range into a tiny, ultra-portable frame. I'm impressed that it still manages 4K at 120 FPS for slow motion and features AI tracking, though the small size means you might miss the dual-screen setup of its bigger brothers. It is an incredible choice for travelers who need to pack light without sacrificing image quality, so I'm ranking it in the great tier. The DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro. The display on this is absolutely stunning with those dual OLED touchscreens, and the 4-hour battery life is just mind-blowing for long days on the trail. It captures professional-grade 10-bit D-Log-M and handles extreme conditions like a champ, being waterproof down to 20 meters without even needing a case. It is easily the most reliable and polished experience for serious athletes and pros, which is why I'm placing it firmly in the God tier. GoPro Max 2. This is the ultimate tool for anyone who wants to shoot first and point later, because the 360-degree capture and improved resolution make reframing a total breeze. It builds on the classic GoPro ruggedness with much better stabilization and software integration, though it still faces the usual 360 camera hurdle of needing more post-production work. It's the king of creative angles in immersive shots, and I'm happy to put this in the great tier. DJI Osmo Action 6.
This beast completely changes the game with its variable aperture and that massive new square sensor, making it easily the best low-light performer I've ever held. I love that I can just wave at it to start recording, though I did notice some annoying lens flare when shooting directly into the sun. Because it's so versatile and powerful for pro-level grading, I'm putting it straight into God tier. SJCAM SJ8 Pro. It's honestly impressive how much value you get here, especially with 4K at 60 FPS and a really solid Sony sensor that punches way above its price tag. The 8x digital zoom is a nice touch, but the overall build and stabilization just can't keep up with the premium giants in the field. For the budget-conscious creator who needs a reliable secondary cam, I'm ranking this in good tier. GoPro HERO13 Black. The new magnetic mounting and those crazy creative lens mods make this feel like a professional toolkit rather than just a simple action camera. I'm obsessed with the new HLG HDR in the burst slow-mo, even if the main sensor stayed the same as last year's model. With its unmatched hyper-smooth 6.0 stabilization and rugged reliability, I have no choice but to place it in God tier. Insta360 X3. The reframing magic is still mind-blowing because I can literally shoot first and point the camera later, which is a lifesaver for solo travelers. While the 5.7K 360-degree footage is great for social media, the single-lens 4K mode still feels a bit soft compared to a dedicated wide-angle cam. It's an essential creative tool that everyone should have, so I'm giving it a spot in good tier. Insta360 Go Ultra. I am genuinely shocked by how much power they crammed into this tiny 53-gram body, especially now that it handles 4K at 60 FPS with that massive 1.128-inch sensor. It's perfect for those effortless, invisible POV shots, though the price is getting pretty steep, and it can struggle to focus on anything too close to the lens. Because it's the ultimate wear-it-and-forget-it camera, I'm ranking it in great tier. SJCAM SJ11 Active. This is a solid little workhorse if you're on a budget, giving you 4K recording and a dual screen setup that's actually really handy for framing your selfies without guessing. I love that it comes packed with accessories like a waterproof case and extra batteries right in the box, but honestly, the low-light performance is pretty weak, and the screen switching feels a bit laggy when you're in a hurry. It's the perfect entry point for casual vloggers or travelers who want decent 4K without breaking the bank, so I'm placing this right in the good tier. Insta360 X5. I am absolutely blown away by how easy this makes capturing everything around you, especially with those massive new 1/1.28-inch sensors that finally make 360-degree footage look crisp even when the sun goes down. The 8K resolution is a total game changer for reframing your shots later, and the fact that I can just swap out a scratched lens myself for $30 is such a relief. While it is a bit of an investment and slightly heavier on a helmet, the AI-powered editing and pure video mode make it a dream for creative storytellers, which is why I'm ranking it in the great tier. GoPro HERO13 Black. This camera is the absolute king of reliability and pure image quality, featuring that legendary hyper-smooth 6.0 stabilization that makes even my most chaotic mountain bike runs look like they were shot on a gimbal. I'm obsessed with the new HB series lens mods, especially the anamorphic one that gives everything a cinematic vibe. And having GPS tagging back is a huge win for tracking my adventures. It might not be a massive leap in low-light tech, but for professional-grade 5.3K video and a rugged build that never quits, I have no choice but to put this in the God tier. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you pick the best action cameras for you. If you have any questions, drop a comment below. Links to all of these products mentioned in this video will be in the description.